What's up, everybody? It's Dan, Binder Boneyard. We're going to do a walk around on our 1971 International 1310 Travelette. Let's check it out. Being a 1310, it was a 1-ton. When it came to us, it was a 2-wheel drive. You can tell by the green paint that it was ex-Forest Service or government of some sort. It did have a regular pickup bed, but like I said, it was 2-wheel drive. We added the front axle, Dana 44, got some trail-ready beadlocks with some general grabbers. Those are 35-inch tires on 17-inch true beadlock wheels. Dana 60 rear, Dana 44 front. The front end is a disc brake setup. We added the NP205, which we'll show here shortly. That does say automatic. We made it a 5-speed. It does have a T34 overdrive 5-speed that we rebuilt in-house. You can see it's using the 2-wheel drive spring location. Those are 6-inch Chevy lift springs. Gives lots of room for those 35s. Custom drag link that we make in-house. Also custom tie rod. The buck stop bumper goes good on there. Here's the underside. You can see the T34 overdrive that we rebuilt. Added a vent, brand new drive shaft, 1410 at the transmission, 1310 at the transfer case, the new rear drive shaft with the rebuilt NP205. Here it is from the other side. PTO cover, some janky exhaust I threw together, but yeah, rebuilt stuff. It's all good. Put lots of miles on it. Here's the Dana 60 rear. You will notice the disc brake conversion. I did that just with stuff I had laying around. That's why the calipers are different colors. Bilstein shocks, nickel copper brake lines, off the shelf Chevy pickup brake hoses. That is the factory spring. Those are factory IH lift blocks. You can see the second Optima battery hiding there. Doors open and close, very nice. You can see the stenciling on the dash. That is, they covered it up when they auctioned it, but it was a government truck. There's the overdrive. Added a power port there. Got a couple of USBs coming out of it. The front seat was out of a Travelall. We grabbed it because it was comfortable and we didn't have time for something else. I did have Josie at Rust Bucket Seats recover the rear seat in some fabric she had laying around. That's the original floor mat. That's why it's all stained up like that. We did keep the ashtray because it's a fun novelty, some place to put your boogers. But yeah, this is my work truck. It's not clean. It's dirty. We didn't clean it up a lot, just enough to make it functional. But we did. We pulled it out of a barn and immediately made it functional. Rebuilt all the doors. Windows roll up and down great. Doors close wonderful. Went through the dash. All the gauges work like they're supposed to. Heater works. I did add the 3-gauge pod for some extra security. Dome light works. Note the KC light pod. That thing is bright in the dark. But yeah, switches work. It's a work in progress. Like I said, this is my work truck. So that blue wire is for the brake controller that I haven't added yet, but I will be adding it soon. Can't forget the fire extinguisher and first aid kit. Gotta have those. Yep, more dirty headliner. Thanks to Midway Market for the support of the race team, because that's why I put this truck together, was to chase the Anything Scout vintage race car and Race Scout in Mexico. So, service bed, got the E-track for mount. There's a second fuel tank in the bed. This is a short bed. I actually took it off of a Dodge pickup. The chase rack I built years and years ago just as a experiment. That's why it's rusty, but I threw it on there because I needed something for the Mexico event. Pop the hood. We'll take a look at the 345 that we swung in there. There's some more nickel copper brake line, the 4-wheel disc proportioning valve, power steering, power brakes. Here's a big Group 31 that I added. secondary fuse and power source there. Truck runs really good. 2-barrel Holley, Pertronix ignition. The US radiator, 3-core heavy duty radiator, is a real beast. Works great. Plastic fan update. The shroud is broken. You'll probably notice from the body settling, clearance problems. Here I am showing off the low range. That T34 has a deep first gear and the 205 in low range. The axles have 456 gears in them, so it's a little bit low, but the 35s move it right along. And then the nerve-wracking camera angle, because I did not want to ruin the GoPro. But yep, 456s in the axles, 4-wheel disc. They roll along good, goes down the road good. As you can see in here, I'm demonstrating the crazy T34 shift pattern. You know, first is all the way up to the left, and it's low. I hardly ever use it. I really only used it for the video here. And then you grab your second, and it's right next to first. And then third comes on pretty quick, straight down. And then you can carry third for a little bit, but you know, fourth right next to third, and then a ways down the road, because this 345 doesn't have enough horsepower to carry the gears like you'd hope. But here comes fifth, and there's fifth all the way up. So it's a crazy shift.